it's hard to, like, I still haven't seen a good defensive rating system because you're relying on 5 guys working together, and it's not like baseball where there's a hitter and a pitcher, so if one guy in the shell is not in the right spot, that could impact the efficiency of the play, so it's, and how do you know who's following the game plan, who's making the second and third effort, and who's responsible for the rotation? If if you've pulled over a low man and the ball's passed and someone's supposed to retrap, and did they get out? Did they leave their feet? Did they do what they were supposed to do? So it's hard to say, other than I do think he's a heck of a defensive player. So
what has he done? Like
no, just I think just is the rim protection, great effort, second, third effort. I think that's huge. And then if you tie it to the team, I think it leads to a lot of positive stuff. The shot blocking is huge. It's like whether it's him blocking a shot, Jalen taking a charge, those things do nothing but unite and inspire the team. OG is everywhere. It's like it's the plays that he makes, and sometimes there's a lot of subtleties to it as well, but he's very disruptive, and he's a very difficult guy to throw over, and if you mess around with the ball, he's going to get it. But it's and I think that we get real good offense from that. I mean, you guys have seen it all year, and Jalen's been in the playoffs before, so I think he understands what's coming. You got to prepare for it. We have a lot of respect for both teams, so for us, we have to execute. That's what this is about. And it's mental, it's physical, it's being locked in, but hopefully you're building the right habits, all year long. And I think that's the challenge. And you look at what an Embiid brings to a defense. You look at what a Butler and a Bam bring to a defense. So but that's you're dealing with that all year as well.
You're probably not going to answer it, but
No, I'm not. Go ahead.
Do you have a preference of an opponent?
Why'd you do that? No, and that's what I mean. Like at this time of the year, it's they're both great teams, and so and it doesn't when you're looking at it, people are saying, well, what about this team, that team? Well, if you've gotten this far, every team poses different problems, and so we have to be ready. And that's why, like, I know you guys think like it's cliche, but that's why you start the season and you say, this is what you're going to need in the end. So you want to build that habit all year long. So when you get here, you're not adjusting. This isn't the first time we've done it. You know what I mean? And I think understanding what their strengths and weaknesses are, what they're doing well right now, and what we have to do is a big part of winning. In general, like there's general, so our shell is built a certain way. And then depending upon who you're playing, who's the personnel on the floor, you're going to adjust that accordingly, right? So it's not like I don't think there's a steady diet. And hey, look, we could play great defense, and they still can make you're talking MVP caliber players, So, and we know we can't give them a steady diet, so we have to adjust throughout as well. But I think the idea is to what's the personnel? Is it heavy 3-point shooting? Are we trying to stay below the roll? Are we trying to get back to the big popping? What do we, because any time like and those are decisions that you have to make. It's when you have great players, they're going to put you in situations where you've got to determine what you're going to be willing to live with. And is the mid-range shot something that you would rather have them taken versus the layup or the open three? Or is it leading to an offensive rebound, which is another high-value shot? So I think like weighing all those things is something that you have to do. But I know we have to mix our coverages on both of those guys.